down into Shavasana to start today. If you've got a cushion, I did say a cushion or a blanket as your props. If you've got a cushion or a blanket, I know it's a bit weird to get up and move about, get a cup of tea and go back down onto the floor and cover yourself up, but give that a go and lie just in Shavasana. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. We're not doing a breath practice. I'm going to do a sort of body scan visualization to start. So that's why we're down here. Thinking today of, I'm taking this from a very old class from 2021, and it's called Gradual Awakening. So thinking about spring arriving, it's definitely arrived here. The birds are going mad in my garden. So thinking of that and how sometimes our bodies feel like they've gone into hibernation and we have to slowly come out of it, especially after you've been ill or something like that, or you've had a catastrophe or something's happened, you know, that's shut you down a little bit. So we're thinking of coming out of a gentle sleep, the hibernation. So hopefully everybody's in position now. Lie down, close your eyes, just watch your breath for a second. Come to being in your body a little bit more. And then let go of watching your breath and become aware of your body, of your limbs, of your head. Notice which places feel heavy, seeming perhaps to be weighing more, perhaps more inert, where you would really have to focus on to move them right now. Maybe your hips or the back of your body, or your hands or your eyelids have taken quickly to this position. Now travel around your body and your limbs and your head and look for where feels warm and connect to those spots. Perhaps are the same spots that felt heavy. And then notice where there is the greatest sensation of ease. Again, perhaps the same heavy and warm parts. Connect with these heavy, warm, comfortable parts of you and the sensations. And now feel them spreading further into you as you lie here, these sensations spreading into your body and your limbs. A total sense of ease deep within you now. Your body feels heavy and at ease. Shoulders, chest, back, ribs, front ribs, abdomen, pelvis. The whole of the front of your body feels at ease. The whole of the back of your body feels at ease. Your limbs feel heavy, sinking and melting into the surface below you. All tension and holding released in you. Right hand and right arm. All tension and holding released in your left hand and your left arm. Your legs feel completely relaxed and at ease. The weight of them melting into the surface below. Heavy left foot, heavy left leg, heavy right foot, heavy right leg. Your head feels heavy, your face completely at ease. Your forehead smooth, your eyelids heavy, your lips at ease. The whole of your body, limbs and head, completely at ease. Now visualize you lying exactly as you are, completely relaxed, completely still, totally at ease, cocooned in the safest of places, wrapped in warmth, eyelids closed, thoughts silent, not asleep and yet not fully conscious. A peaceful sensation of drifting without stirring. Aware and yet disconnected to your surroundings. A pale dappled light filters through your closed eyelids. Your breath is slow, smooth and steady, the rhythm lulling you with its familiarity. You're aware of your body and limbs, their heaviness and state of inertness. Limbs and muscles and bones all softened and dense. You are aware of being, and yet have no need for doing anything or thinking anything. Peace and silence are with you here as you rest in your physical body to let it recharge, restore, replenish. The pale light then becomes slightly brighter through your eyelids, and its warmth begins to filter in. You realize it is a sign that it is time to begin to stir. You begin to stretch mentally, slowly, connecting to muscles and limbs again, energy beginning to return. You gently flutter your eyelids to let the light in slowly, and your sense of smell already subtly making you aware of where you are, connecting you to this space you are in. As your visual connection returns, to see an opening appearing above you where the sunlight is beginning to pour through. Sounds of life outside begin to enter your space too. Small sounds, sharper sounds. The space above and around you now rolls open and light pours in. You sit up. This is a visualization, remember. You sit up, stretching your arms overhead, turning your head slowly to become aware again of external surroundings. The sensation of pale dim light leaves you now, and as you fill with all the stimulating colours around you, the beautiful shades of yellows and greens of a newborn world. The bright, happy show of Mother Nature changing her seasonal cloak, bringing a smile to your lips and a glow throughout you. You inhale slowly and deeply, and an electric energy fills you, shooing away all the residual lethargy from within you. Your body and limbs suddenly feel lighter, fluidity returning to your muscles, a weightlessness to your upper body, an openness to your mind. Your feet and legs reconnect you to the earth below, and you feel the warmth and support of it on the soles of your feet. You straighten up, grounding through your feet, feeling the rebound from the energy filling the earth, travelling up through you, making you stand strong, feeling yourself grow taller as you lift up through the crown of your head. The sunshine feeds your body with renewed strength, and its radiant warmth makes you turn your face towards it, closing your eyelids once more and enjoying the heat of it through them. All your senses are alive again, wiring you to the external world. Its new energy is your new energy. Its positivity becomes your positivity. Its changes and growth reflect your changes and growth as you step out into spring, and the potential of the future opens its door to you. So now it's time to leave this comfortable position and move our physical body again. So just connect to your body, have a stretch now, as if you're wakening up from a winter sleep. Have a stretch of all your limbs, full stretch of your body. Maybe one side, then the other. Maybe a little rock of your hips. Stretch through your fingers and your hands. Open up the soles of your feet. Open your eyes slowly if they aren't open already. And then just bring your feet slowly, one by one, up to the foot and the floor, knee bent. Ready for windscreen wipers, so you know. So first of all, keep your feet quite close together, about hip distance apart, and just have a very gentle 2 or 3 inch rock from side to side through your hips, using your legs as a little weight to move you. Don't go too far, just a very gentle movement through your SI joint at the bottom of your spine, 2 joints rather. So that's what your legs are attached to, very careful movement through them, just to waken them up. We don't like you to move suddenly, those 2 joints. And then take your feet wider on the mat and do a few windscreen wipers a little bit wider, but don't go too far, just take it easy through your hips. Work with your body here. And then once you've done that, bring your feet back to hip distance apart. Bring one knee in at a time, in towards your chest. Put your hands on your knees. And instead of doing our normal stir the pots here, take the knees both in the same direction as your circles. So just little circles rolling through that same area of your lower back. In a slightly different movement, just waking up slightly different muscles that are working all around there. The lower back is going to have to carry us all through the day. So just waking it up slowly and then going the other direction. And then stop in neutral and take the knees out in opposite directions of circles. So taking them round and back to meet each other as they come round in the circles. And your legs are opening and closing here. Take it nice and slowly and then take it in the other direction. As you do that, think of your shoulders getting into the movement. Allow them to roll through the sockets there as well, your arms into your shoulder sockets. And then come to a standstill. And holding your knees, just pop your hands down on your shins or behind your thighs, wherever's more comfortable. And just give your knees a little squeeze in towards your tummy. And release slowly. So take a couple of those, you can exhale if you're working with the breath as you draw them in, inhaling as we draw them out. Maybe taking a nice slow breath helps you to move slowly rather than taking jerky movements. And then you can continue to do this if you want to, or you can just hold and squeeze. But if you want to come with me, we're going to think of a hedgehog now. So we're going to tuck our chins and roll up from the lower part of the spine, start to gather up the body and take yourself up into hedgehog. So your nose coming now towards your knees. Hold for a breath or 2 there. Try to make it not too holding on, not too tense. Just rolled up comfortably in a ball. And then gently from your lower back, slowly allow the spine to just place itself back on the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head's heaviest, but take it easy, keep the chin tucked and let the head come down last without too much of a force. And then take your feet back to the floor. Stretch your legs away from you. Have another side body stretch on the right. Have another side body stretch on the left. From the waist upwards, both sides at once, so full body stretch. Opening up the feet by flexing them, spreading out the fingers to open up the palms, and then draw everything back into centre. And then if you've still got your cushion near your head, you might need it here. Roll gently over onto one side or the other, doesn't matter which. We're just going to open our shoulders a little bit here. I've got mine nearby, so if you haven't got a cushion or a pillow or a block near you, don't worry too much. Come into a sort of chair position, sitting down. We're going to open our shoulders here. So our arms are in front of you, stacked straight out in front of you, one hand on top of the other. And we're just going to take the right hand, or on my case is on top, so I'm just going to take the top hand and just trail the fingers, watching them as they trail along above you. And then when they come to the point that they're almost going out of sight above your head, rotate your palms so that your arm rotates at the shoulder, and just roll yourself slowly onto your back. Now take this easy. If it's too far, don't go. Just go to where you're comfortable. If you can, roll back and take the hand round behind you to make a little circle, then please do. If that's too strong in your shoulder, then roll forward again and take your hand back down in the same direction, in the opposite direction that it came up. So you're going back just down in a semicircle. So just slowly opening up that shoulder joint. Don't push it this one, don't go too far. None of the joints like to be opened up too quickly. Our ligaments are quite tight, particularly when we're just wakened up. So if you come in with me and you can't open up, it's quite a strong one under the armpit, so be careful. But you're rolling round, taking the hand back across the hip and back round to where it started. Otherwise, just do those semicircles. Just take a couple of them in your own time. So the semicircles, you just come to where you're comfortable, rolling slightly over maybe a little bit to open your chest and your clavicle there, and then rolling back. So we don't all have the movement straight away in this one, so do take it easy. And it's quite a nice one. Once your shoulder starts to warm up, it will enjoy it. Okay, so coming back to the front, take your right arm then into Robin Hood. So we're taking the elbow back and we're allowing the body to come with it. We're allowing the top leg to come with it if it needs to. So we're just rolling back to open up across the chest and then opening that arm out. Again, it might be too heavy, so don't open it out if your joint doesn't feel it wants to do it yet. Got to work with the body. If you open it out, take a couple of breaths there, and then either sweep it down and across the hips, or lift it back up if you feel you've got that stability in the joint to do that. Oh, my other joint just crunched. And then take that one more time. So Robin Hood opening the arm back, either taking it down over the hips or lifting it up and closing down. And then hands can stay there. We're just thinking of opening our hip joints here. So taking the feet, keep the heels together, and then just open the top leg upwards. So opening that knee upwards. So you're opening at the hip. You're squeezing that top hip to open up and lower the leg. So just squeezing through the hip joint, keeping the feet stable and together on the floor. If you want this a little bit harder, but we're not really working hard here, you can lift the feet off the floor and do it. But you decide what you want to do this morning, and maybe you want a little bit more movement, a little bit more strength work. Take 2 or 3 of those. And then we're going to roll over and take that on the other side. So just when you're ready, rolling over, taking the same position. First thing's opening the shoulders. A little bit, it's more difficult for me to get my head down this side, that's strange. Okay, so the first thing is to take the top arm and roll it round to where you're comfortable, opening up across the chest a little bit if you can, taking it right round if you feel you've got the stability in that joint. If you haven't, go backwards and take it back down in the same semicircle you came up. Remember, yoga is never a competition, and it's certainly not a competition with your ego or yourself. Well, yes, it is probably with your ego. Your ego is probably the thing trying to take you further than you're really ready to go. Okay, so then we're taking the Robin Hood arm in this position. Taking the elbow back, opening up the arm if it's comfortable. If it's not comfortable when you get to that point, you can lift the arm up ahead of you and then just bring it back down. You probably find as you do these movements, you get more movement in your joint because you're warming up all that tight fascia that's in there. It's like an elastic band. You don't just pull it open immediately. It has to warm up that stretchiness in an elastic band before you can open it up properly. So it's just the same with your body. And then same thing with the legs. So feet on the floor, still in that chair position, or lifted off the floor, your feet. And then we're just opening and closing that top leg. Clam, I think this is called. I think it's a Pilates movement more than yoga actually. But it's a nice warming up, warm up movement. So. And then after that, pop your legs back down. If your feet were up, going to roll over and we're going to come up slowly here. Take your time, come up to tabletop. So in tabletop, take a couple of cat-cows in your own time just to get the spine flowing. So tail moves first, remember, the breath moves even before the tail. You may be taking your breath in a different direction, but it normally would be inhale for cow and exhale for cat, but it doesn't matter if your breath wants to work differently this morning, that's fine. Just thinking about opening up the joints here. And come to a standstill. We're going to stretch out our right foot behind us now. Keep the toes on the floor, so just stretch it out as much as you can, and then roll onto the ball of the foot and open up the sole of the foot there, so pushing the heel backwards. Keep the tummy engaged here, keep that strength in this pose as well, so keep the strength there, but stretch through the back of that foot. Take the left hand then, so move into your right hand as your stability in your left leg, and then take your left hand, trail it along the floor. You can keep the fingers on the floor here if you want, and just stretch out. You can maybe even roll onto your wrist and open up the palm of your hand like you're doing your foot. Or you can gently just lift that arm up and then flex the palm, flex the wrist. And have a stretch through from corner to corner here, reaching out. But try and relax the rest of the body a little bit as you're doing it. Don't put too much tension into it. It's a stretch, not a hold here. And then release the hand and the knee comes back in as well. Take it on the other side. So think stretchy, don't think tension here. So taking the left foot back in my case, rolling onto the ball of the foot, opening up through the sole of the foot first of all, pressing through the heel. Really enjoy that stretch through the plantar fascia there. And then the right arm, sorry, can't get them right this morning, stretches out ahead of you. If the stretch is enough for you and keeping the hand on the floor, then that's fine. Otherwise, lifting the hand up, keeping the tummy a little bit engaged. You do need engagement in a stretch. But try and reach through from corner to corner here, flexing that hand. And then release the hand back down. Bring the knee back in. We're going to do dog leg here. So we're going to take our right knee out to the side at a right angle. So you're on your left knee, your other leg stayed in the same shape, but it's gone out at the hip joint. And then take it back down. So here we're just squeezing that outside part of your hip to lift. So you're moving from the hip, from the body. The body is taking the movement here. It's not from the knee or the ankle or the foot. You're just opening up and closing that hip joint again. It's basically very like what we're doing lying down. And then in the last one, take it up and just have a little circle of your knee, as if you had a pencil on your knee. Just allow your knee to circle slightly so that you're stirring that pot in the hip joint again, and then going in the other direction. Just take it easy, only take a couple if that's enough for you, and then release the leg back down. Same thing, other side. So moving into the right knee as your stability now, and taking your left leg out and back in. So taking 2 or 3 of these movements. Everything else is stable. You're just moving at that hip joint. It's stable, but it's not tense, remember. And then in the next one, hold it up there and take a few little circles, using your knee to stir that pot again. And then the other way. And then bring it back down and sit yourself back into child's pose and take a breather. So elbows can be supporting you here, hands can be under your head. Can you feel that energy moving back into your body now? Does it feel good? Does it feel like it's wakening up? Okay. So then, coming back up into tabletop, we're going to thread the needle now. So this will open your shoulder, remember. So sometimes with this one, you might want the knees a little bit wider than exact hip distance. You feel the stability yourself. We're taking the right arm then up and opening up in a bit of a twist through the spine there. And then we're folding the right arm and we're feeding it through under your left arm. Your left elbow bends, your head comes down to the floor, and you're onto your right shoulder. So just staying down here and having a little breath or two. Watch your body starting to awaken. Feel any tension moving out of it. Feel the stretch coming in, the opening feeling. Through your shoulder, through your side body. And then we're going to come up, so use your left arm to push gently and open up and rotate again. And then bring that hand to the floor. Same thing on the left side. So we're taking the left arm up as we breathe in, if you're coming with me on the breath. As you exhale, you're feeding that left arm through. You're gently coming down onto that shoulder, onto the side of your head. Those of you that want a bit more stretch can walk the right hand out here and have a bit of a stretch up that side too. Just watch your hips haven't gone too far with you to one side. They do tend to wander here. So try and keep them over your knees if you can. And if you bring them back to that position, you'll find you get a better stretch down that side of your body. And then to come up, remember we just press gently into the hand that's in front of your face. Open up, rotate, reach, and bring the hand back down. So next move, we're going to go into puppy, which will open up the front of our body. For puppy again, you can open the legs a little bit wider if you want to. Not too wide, but a little bit if you want to. You can come down then onto one elbow at a time. This might be enough for you just to put your head on the floor and be in this. You're already opening up. And if you allow your chest then to move down towards the floor, so just opening up into a bit of a back bend, you'll feel it. So the bottom feels like it's kind of sticking up. Watch your tummy doesn't stick down. Your hips should stay over your knees here, remember. And if you want to go a bit further, you can stretch your arms out, come down onto your forehead on the floor, and stretch your arms out and let your heart melt to the floor. Melting heart is the American name for this one. So the heart melts to the floor. If you really want to open up, you can pop your chin on the floor, but just watch the back of your neck with that one. So opening up the front of the body here, as the back of the body takes on the agonist position to allow the openness on the front of the body. Quite powerful on the shoulders, so if it's too strong on your arms, if you're stretched out, Putting your elbows under your shoulders gives you a lot more support here. Okay, so then walking ourselves back out of that one. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to come up into broken toe from here. So tuck the toes, have a little pad through your toes here first, in tabletop, and then sitting back onto your toes, but we're just staying down on this. We're not going to come up into a balance. We're going to stay down. If this again is too strong for your toes, then please don't do it. Undo your toes and just sit down and kneel down. You're still opening the front of your ankles that way. So broken toe isn't for everybody. Everybody's feet aren't always flexible. Move I've just seen some baby bunnies outside. It definitely is spring. They're tiny. Move the toes if they get in the way here. This is a really, you have to have patience with this one. It's one that everybody wants to move out of very quickly. But if you sit here, then you'll feel slowly that really tight plantar fascia, that long stringy bit at the bottom of your sole of your foot, isn't always comfortable in this position. That's why your mind's saying, I don't like this, let's move. But the longer you sit here, the better it is, and your feet health is really important. So this is a great one. If you're sitting at the telly, this is a great one to do. Okay, so if you've got your bricks nearby, we're going to need them in a second. So grab them and have them handy while we're just sitting here, if you can reach them. If not, we'll get them in a minute. So we're going to come into Anjaneyasana, low lunge from this. So coming off the toes and untucking the toes, coming up to kneeling with legs, hips above knees, and just have a little pat out of the feet. And then we're going to draw the right foot forward. Now you can stay with your left knee under your hip if you want to here, or you can walk that right foot further forward and come into a full low lunge. You can have your bricks at the sides here. It gives you a little bit of help here just to open the front body. So we're thinking of lifting the tummy off the thigh here. It's a really good opening here for your hip flexors. Again, they do a lot of work through the day. They walk you everywhere. So opening these hip flexors up and making them nice and stretchy is really good first thing in the morning. So front knee should be over your ankle roughly. And your hands are either on the bricks or on the floor if you want them. But if you go on the floor, if you've got shorter arms like me, you end up curving. I want us to have nice long open bodies here if you can. So use your bricks if they help you. And reach through your crown. Lift your tummy off your thigh. Reach your heart forward. Tuck your chin cone. Have a long back of neck. And breathe. And then just pushing into that front leg, lift yourself up just a little bit, roll the heart forward a little bit more so that you're coming up to an upper back bend. So you're lifting your body forward, ready to take your hands up then, if you want to, above your head and reach them up above your head. So we do that movement really quickly when we do it in sun salutation, etc. But when you do it slowly, and think about what you're doing, there's a lot going on in your muscles and body to move it. Okay, coming arms back down. Now taking the bricks back to just about under your shoulders in front of your hips. We're straightening that front leg. So you can either stay up on the back knee, or you can sit down and take that leg, the front leg has to then come back with you, and opening up the front leg here. Flexing that foot will open up the sole of your foot. Pointing the toes will open up your ankle. So have a little flex and point there. So you should feel the back of that leg is open. If you all come back up now to your knee, so you're kneeling on the left leg, the other leg, and the front leg is, the right leg is still open. So then flex and point. So your knee is now up. You might have to come onto the tall bricks here. Just flex and point that foot. And then draw that right hip back a little bit so that you feel it's actually parallel to your left hip. So drawing it back, lifting up through, still holding on to the bricks, flexing that foot, but really opening up the back of the right leg there. And then release, bring that foot in. We'll take that on the other side, so moving into the Anjaneyasana, or low lunge on the left leg forward now in my case, bricks beside me, using the bricks to help my position here. Reaching out, lifting up through the tummy, lifting up through the crown, tucking the chin, tucking the shoulder blades together if you can. You can have the brick in any height here, whichever you feel is right for you. While you're here, just have a wiggle at your front toes. Lift them up and have a little wiggle. Spread them out if you can. And then that movement we're taking to take the arms above the head. So lifting up through the chest, drawing in through the back of the body to move the chest and front body forward so that you're looking further forward now, and then drawing the arms up with us. Take it really slowly, reaching up. Have a couple of breaths here, reaching up through. See if you can sink your bottom just a little bit more and feel that opening in your back hip flexor just a little bit more. Draw the elbows in a little bit closer to your ears. Draw the tummy in. I was talking to myself there. And then take the hands back down to your bricks. Sitting back, you can go right back onto your heel first of all, everybody, maybe. Sit back onto the back heel. Flex and point that stretched leg. And then coming up onto that back knee. Taking the bricks up with you if you feel it helps you. Stretching out the left leg this time. Draw that left hip back so you feel it becomes parallel, so it's not stretched ahead of the other hip. And then take some flexing points there. And then bring that knee back in. I'm going to take lizard now. So you can use the bricks again here, or you can put your hands on the floor. You're going to rock back and bring your right foot forward, but your hand, sorry, before you do that, if you've done it already, don't worry. You're putting your right hand under your face. So your right hand, left hand are much closer together here, and your right foot's going outside of your right hand into what feels like Anjaneyasana, but the foot's in a different position. So your left hand, right foot here now. Again, you can do this with your knee a little bit less open at the back leg. So you don't need to spread out. If you come forward a little bit more, you'll still have that stretch in the back hip flexor. On top of which you can then feel a little bit more of a stretch in a different part of your hip on the right side. If you roll your foot then out, you'll get a different sensation again through your hip, which means you're working different muscles. Just take a couple of breaths here. If you've rolled your foot out, you'll feel it a little bit more extreme. If you can't do that, then it doesn't matter. Just a different angle in your hip is wakening up a different part of that joint. Okay, so then taking that foot back and coming back and rocking the other foot forward, moving your hands. Don't need to do this really regimented, just find your way into the pose. It's the pose that matters in this position, in this class, not getting there. And then roll your foot out if you're comfortable and open up in lizard from the left hand side in my case. Just watch what's happening in the rest of the body. So I don't want us to be too tense, but I've completely let go here. So I need to lift my tummy just a little bit and move my heart forward just a little bit. And tuck my chin just a little bit. And then breathe. And then roll the foot back to the floor if it's rolled open. Take that foot back. Come back to kneeling. What are we doing now? Oh, we're taking a roll up now. So I'm going to take a little roll up here. If anybody's got their strap handy, we might need it in a minute. I'm not quite sure how far we're going to get. But here, tuck your toes, come into a really, really, really tight, soft forward fold. So belly is actually on my thighs here. Feet are hip distance apart, head rolled forward, stretching out that lower back again by just popping the hands to the floor, having a bit of support there. The belly supported on the knees, or the thighs rather. The head rolled down and so the upper body is able to open and expand in the back of the body. And then coming up from this slowly, remember your head might get a bit dizzy otherwise. So opening the eyes definitely. Pushing gently through the feet to just open up a little bit more. Lift your belly off your thighs and take a roll up slowly. Looking along the floor. To the other end of the mat in my case, up the wall. Even smaller baby bunny out there now. Opening up the arms into your Tadasana stance, opening up through the palms, lifting up through the soles of the feet, and then releasing the hands back to the sides. Have a little shake through, have a little swing from side to side, and open up anything else that's not quite awakened yet. And then we're going to take, just to try for a bit of fun, big toe. So you might need a wall here, or you might need a chair or something, or your strap, or everything, if you need it. Otherwise, you can do it with your fingers and nothing. You can take it without any support. So, big toe. First of all, let's just warm up the leg a little bit before we do it. So we're going to take a right leg, move into your left leg. Remember that plumb line down through that side is your support. Bring up your right leg and just have a little squeeze, either behind your thighs or in front of your shin. But try and keep your body nice and tall. So raise up from your left standing foot right through to the crown. Really pull yourself up. And then think about drawing that knee in rather than curving. Have a little roll through your foot. And then place that one down. Take that on the other side. So moving into the right foot, find the stance first of all. Find the stability, the stirrer. Raise up through the crown. Find that length in the body. Then draw the leg up using your hip flexor again. And your stomach muscles, hopefully. And then take that leg behind the thigh or in front of the shin and just have a little squeeze into it. Have a little roll through your foot rather, not both of them, that would be a bit dangerous. And then put that foot back down. Okay, so then take your strap and pop it round the base, the ball of your right foot. Hold it in your right hand. Hold a chair or the wall or something if you need something to steady you here. And then just lift that leg up as if it were coming into Uttana again, but still trying to keep that long body here if you can. And then just take your foot outwards. So the sole of the foot's very open here. You're just pressing the foot out, and it doesn't matter where you get to. So however high it is, doesn't matter. Try not to lock the knee, but open the leg up as much as you can. Lift it a little bit higher if you can, move up the strap. If you want to go proper big toe stance without any support, you can pop your middle finger and your index finger round the big toe, and you use that instead of the strap, basically. So see which one, maybe try the big toe. If you can do it with the strap really easily, then try the big toe. Hold it with your left hand, pop your finger in, and just drop the strap. And then you can move that leg around a little bit as well if you want. Take your other arm out if you're not holding on to something. Have a bit of stability if you do need it. And then release. Oh, that was awakening. That was waking my legs up, certainly. Try it on the other side. So if you're using the chair or whatever, just turn round, face the other way. You know what you're doing. You don't need to look at me here. Bringing the, oh, it must be my shingles is affecting that side of my balance, that's weird. Bringing your left leg in, first of all, keeping that long body, working up through the crown, flexing the foot that's in the strap, and then gently moving the heel out and up. Watch you're not leaning backwards, try and keep your body in line with your hip here. And then if you want to draw that strap in and try the big toe thing, let go of the strap, take your arm out, and release when you're ready. Well done, everybody. That was quite awakening. Okay. So let's just roll back down and finish on the floor. When you're ready, either take your arms up if you really want to waken up, and then roll back down, or just roll down. Bring yourself down to seated in Sukhasana. I did feel I should do a sun salutation there, but we'll start maybe with that one in the next class. Okay, so once you're in Sukhasana, staying down here, finding your sit bones, opening your legs as much as is comfortable, opening your front body as much as you can, lifting up through the crown, taking the shoulders back so they feel nice and rested over your hips. And then inhaling, taking the arms up above your head, and release back down on the exhale. Thinking of awakening into the spring after a long, hard winter. All the new babies out there, baby birds, baby rabbits, baby everything in our ground. Baby deer. Sign of new life all round us. So the last one, let's take it up. Let's reach through the fingertips from the sit bones. Let's move the hands together into Anjali Mudra above our crown, reaching up, lifting through, and then drawing the hands back down to heart center. Tipping our chin backwards, tipping our nose forwards towards your fingertips, and finishing with, may the light in you always greet the light in me. Namaste. Have a little shake out once you finish that.